In this tutorial, we'll learn about some of the C# language integrated query operators, namely conditional and projection. So conditional used for when you want to apply a where condition, like in SQL Server. And then projection operators are used when you want to select specific columns from your list. So to explain that further, let's go to the database. So in the database, I have this query where I say select star from product. So now let's say I want, when I execute this, I get this data. So here what we will do is we will just see what conditions we may want to add. So there is a column by name list price. So let's say I'm interested in all the data where list price is greater than 100. So if I do this, I get about 214 records, and then you can see that list price is greater than 100 are listed. And in here, we can also add more conditions. So doesn't have to be one condition. So I can have more conditions. So to do that, I will say and something like maybe color. So color is equal to. So I will add a condition. So now you can see we are getting the data only for the list price greater than 100 and color is equal to red. So now we will see how we can implement that. So to do that, we will just say where data is equal to this dot db context dot product dot to list. So this is how we get all the data. This is just like writing select star from product. So now for adding the where condition, we can add one more condition where x goes to x dot list price greater than 100. So this is how you do the data. So now if I run it, so if you look at the data that we have got, so we have got all the list price that is greater than 100. Now the color, we can see we have black, red and other items as well. So let's see how to add that condition. So to do that, if there are more conditions, I just have to say x dot color, whatever is the condition, is equal to red. So this should give me all the objects that are in red. So here you can see, so let's refresh this. So in the output, if you see now, we have got all the color which is equal to red. So this is how we use where condition to query a collection or a database. So our next item is select. So in select, what happens currently, we have done select star. So let's say I'm interested in only few columns, like for example, I want product ID, name and list price. So let's say I was only interested in this, and let me remove the where condition. You can use where condition as well if required. So this is how I can query a table and only get specific columns in my output. So to do that, what we will do, we will add a select here, dot select. Now that I need only few columns, I'm going to create a anonymous type, and then I'm going to say I want x dot product ID, comma x dot name, x dot list price. So this should give me uh, the correct item. Now you can see, right, where condition is not working here, so we can just move this where condition up so that we get access to the all the columns. So once this condition is applied, we will only query for these three columns. So now when I run this, so now you can see that we are getting only three columns in our output along with the where condition. So this is as good as writing with the where condition here. So here if I do this, so we got about 37 records here, and then you can see the count also is 37. So this is how we do the select query to get specific columns. Now one more item that we want to discuss here is, let's say you want to rename it, right? So let's say I want to do name, we can do an alias, right? So I can say product name, right? This is a common feature in SQL where you want to do an alias and then rename the column name, and you can see now you got the product name instead of just the name. So to do that in our code, so what we can do here, you can just put the name that you want, the property. Okay, so now I just said product name is equal to x dot name. So now what we'll do, we will restart the application. So now you can see the column name is renamed as product name. So this is how we use alias. So one is we will do a anonymous property, right? Anonymous class. In that we will tell what should be the name. So if you don't give that, the default whatever will come from database, that will be shown. So now what happens is, let's talk about select many. So to do a select many, if you go to the product definition, so here is the product. So let's say you have all these collections inside that, right? So let's talk about work order. So you have multiple products, and within the product there's a collection called work order. So basically it's a parent to child, one to many. So one product can have multiple work orders. Now what if I want to get all the work orders from the product collection? So I will have to go to each product, get the collection of work order, right? And then all those work orders that I get from every product, I want to create one collection out of that. So in this case we will use select many, as the name suggests, right? So select many means what? So there is a form here. In this, I want all the work orders from the product. So to do that, what we will do, instead of doing a select, we can use select many. Of course, you can leave the where condition if you want. So I'm going to say x dot work order. So now what will happen? Now what it will do, it will apply this condition for all the products. Whatever product I got, the number of products, it will go to each product, get all the collection of work order from each of the product, then union that, right? Then add that all those products into another collection and put it to data set. So now if I run this, so here is the output. So you can see now I got a list of all the work orders. Count is 4764, and then each of the work order is displayed here. Now how do we do that in SQL? If you want to do it in SQL, so maybe we will just say select star from production dot work orders. So like this we will do, this will give me all the work orders, but I am interested in the parent. So I'm going to do a join, right, with so I'm going to call this as a work order. I will join with the parent. So parent is going to be my production dot product. I'm going to call it p, right? So on w dot, what is the id, what is my id here? So that's going to be my product id is equal to p dot product id. So basically I'm joining with my the parent, and then I'm going to add a condition where this one, right? So list price greater than 100 and this. So I'm going to just to be um, clear, we will just say p dot. Okay, so now if I run this, so you can see I got a record of 4764 rows here. If you are able to see here, 4764. So I can just do a count. Okay. Since I need a work order, I'm going to say w dot star. So here, this should give me all my work orders, and this is what we are also displaying. So this will be like, if I do a count star, it should give me the count of the records, and 4764. Now if I open my application also, we are displaying 4764, and then we are only displaying work order data here. So again, just to recap, what select many will do, it will go to individual product which satisfied this condition, pull out all the collections. So one product may have one work order, some other product may have 10 work orders, doesn't matter, right? So let's say you have two products. One work order has five work or one product has five work orders, second product has 10 work orders. So then when you do this, it will combine that, and then it will, assuming this condition is satisfied, your output will have 15 work orders. So basically it's querying the inner collection and then flattening it out. So I hope this was helpful. So just to recap, we went to over where condition to apply any queries to our data set, and then we can use select to either select all the columns or specific columns, as well as using the alias. We can use select many to query inner collections and then flattening them out. So I think this was helpful. Thanks everyone for watching this video.